Well, we're out of Italian seasoning. Don't worry, that happens to people all the time. But luckily, I'm gonna help you make some like really fast, and it takes 6 ingredients. Dried herbs that you probably already have in your pantry. And if you don't have them in your pantry, you should. Hey friends, welcome to Adulting with Esther, the show where we talk about the things that you don't learn in school. I'm Esther, and today we're gonna be talking about how to make Italian seasoning from scratch. If you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button down below so that you can be alerted for our new videos. Feel free to check out the description at any point in time where you can find things like timestamps, resources that I mentioned in this video, other video links, and things for you. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video where I'm going to share with you how you can substitute dried herbs for fresh herbs in all of your favorite recipes. But without further ado, let's get started. To make your own Italian seasoning, you're going to need 6 dried herbs that you should probably already have in your own spice cabinet, and if you don't, you should. I've got a spice kit down in the description if you want to just buy that. It's way easier. You're going to need dried oregano, marjoram, thyme, basil, rosemary, and sage. What's great about this recipe is that you can use ratios to help you increase it. So for example, if you only need 1 teaspoon of sage, but you want to triple the recipe, simply just use 3 teaspoons of sage. That way you'll have triple the amount and you won't have to remake your Italian seasoning as often. I love to keep my spices in these wonderful little jars to keep the dried spices fresher longer since they're airtight. They're also magnetic so they can stick to my refrigerator, save up some cabinet space, as well as be attractive decor that adds a kind of organic flair to my kitchen. First thing we need is 1.5 teaspoons of dried oregano. Combine everything into a bowl. Then we need 1 teaspoon of dried marjoram. Then we need 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. We need a 1/2 teaspoon of dried basil. We need a 1/2 teaspoon of dried rosemary and a 1/2 teaspoon of dried sage. Simply whisk it all together with a whisk or a spoon or a fork or whatever you have in your kitchen. And that's it, you made Italian seasoning. This one doesn't have pepper or salt in it, so whatever you're putting your Italian seasoning on, be sure to add salt and pepper in addition to this Italian seasoning. Or if you know how salty or peppery you like your stuff, add your salt and pepper in at the beginning. Simply store this in an airtight container and it'll last as long as your dried herbs would have any other way. They say about 6 months and they start to lose their freshness flavor. If they start to lose their flavor, in my mind, that just means add more. But I'll let you decide that. Now, I told you that if you stuck around till the end of the video, I'd tell you about how you can use dried herbs to substitute for your fresh herbs in your recipes. Fresh herbs are more vibrant and they're definitely more flavorful. And if you have the choice, do use fresh herbs in your recipes, but sometimes you just don't have that luxury. Well, the ratio for fresh herbs to dried herbs is about 1/3 to 1/2. What that means is if a recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of, say, parsley, you should use 1 tablespoon of dried parsley. Use this quick tip when you're in the kitchen next time one of your recipes calls for an herb that you just don't have in the refrigerator. If you got value out of this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe down below so that you can get our content when it's released to you. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.